Welcome to the Real Tree Shaker Show. I am Ryan.
And I am Trenton.
I'm Sean. And thanks everybody for joining us for this newest edition of the RTS podcast show. Guys, we're about to take everybody and get them ready for week 3 of the NFL. Week 4 of college football. Week 3 of CNL. And week 3 of Rapid Fire.
Yeah.
Yes. Guys, it's getting to that time of year where you can step outside, shake a tree, and leaves, not spiders, will fall out of them.
Well,
Finally.
leaves and spiders
Or
here in a couple days. Then.
Or wasp or bees, you know.
I got a wasp nest over here on my.
Yeah, we've had a shitload of them this year. So, sucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't get them over there, Sean, do you?
Every once in a while.
What
You get bees more, right?
Mm-hmm. Bees and big-ass spiders.
Toast.
It is 5-0
trying
Atlanta.
to get it all here.
Hell yeah.
As we divert away from paying attention.
Nice.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll catch up that later.
We got 5 on it right now.
Yeah.
5.
Nice.
I hope we can beat the
already-
Nats. Beat the Natties.
Yeah.
Natty Daddy. You guys ever drank those Natty Daddies?
Oh, of course.
I don't. Well,
Yeah.
$4 a 12-pack back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
$3.99 at CNW.
I missed the $2.99 MGD that we used to get from
Yeah, the 6-packs.
at a nice discount at HEB.
That was all and the nice discount.
It was nice.
Yes. All right. Well, this edition of the RTS show is brought to you by us, since we're
Yes.
our own sponsor.
Yep.
So
We do.
Pretty cool sponsor
We
too.
sponsor all this.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
Yes.
you
We
know,
are good.
it's still under the radar a little bit, but I think overall it's a well run sponsor. Absolutely.
Excellent. Yes, with a lifetime
agree.
commitment.
It's very trustworthy.
All right, so guys, week 4 of college football is about to come upon us.
Yes.
I wrote down just 5 top 25 games.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, but I do have Fox Sports up in the other tab. But
okay.
big games. All right, T, start us off. Which game are you looking forward to the most
I mean,
this weekend?
we already know. I mean, we got to cut the bull junk and just get right to it. So,
Forget that bull jump.
I mean, Colorado, Oregon. I mean, 21-point underdogs.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Crazy to me, that line.
I guess maybe part of it has to do with what Hunter being out. Was it Travis Hunter,
Mm-hmm.
the two-way player? I think
Yeah.
you know
I
maybe
get that.
maybe it went up a little bit. I could possibly see. I don't really know what it started at or anything
Yeah.
like that. But I mean, Oregon can score. There's no doubt in that. And I mean, not saying that Colorado's defense has necessarily stopped a whole lot of people, but 21 points, or I don't know. That's crazy to me. So I'm interested. I'm really excited to kind of see how that all plays out, because if they win, if Colorado wins, then I think they have a legit, chance at actually doing something pretty special here. If they lose, I do not think their season's over. So, but it should be a pretty exciting game. So that's the one I'm definitely looking forward to. I mean, at least probably the most exciting for me. So
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely one to look forward to for sure.
what about you guys?
Yes. That one too. But I don't get why this game is at prime time. I know Notre Dame, Ohio State is prime time.
Is that a night game? I'm sorry, Notre Dame game.
Notre Dame.
I learned how
Yeah,
to speak here.
2:30 on the Notre Dame broadcast
2:30?
network.
Yeah.
And then the Colorado game is at I think the same time, if I'm not mistaken.
No, Colorado game's at 2:30.
Oh, okay. And then Notre
The
Dame.
other one they have on prime time is Iowa and Penn State. Another top 25 matchup.
Which is
Pretty decent game there.
It's usually a good matchup. There's no doubt in that. And then the Ohio State plays when?
That's a night game.
That's the night game.
That's 6:30 on NBC, and then the Penn State Iowa game is 6:30 on CBS. They're getting the Big Ten now, or they're easing into it. they have full coverage on the Big Ten next year.
And
So no more SEC on CBS.
interesting.
So SEC goes to ESPN, ABC at the start of next year completely, and Big Ten is going to be on CBS. So
I've
it's
noticed.
interesting broadcast. It's going to be weird hearing their voices, you know.
I've noticed on
It's,
YouTube TV, I've always had like a Big Ten Network or something like that, but I think it had a CBS
Yeah.
sponsor next to it. So
Yeah,
it's interesting now that, it's weird just to be seeing the Big Ten on the. Oh, here we go. Be right back.
One
I would
straight-
say another game I'm looking forward to is FSU at Clemson. I know it's not a top 25 ranking, but I think it'll be a good game, even though Clemson I know is not ranked. It's a tough place to be. So, tough place for Florida State.
Yep. I think they're a really good squad too. Yeah, I mean, I want to see someone like trip and fall as they get down that hill that everybody runs down after they
Yeah.
touch the rock at Clemson. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Dabo to fall one time.
Yeah.
And just,
I find it strange that Florida State is playing really good, and they're at Clemson, who's unranked, and yet Florida State's only a 2-point favorite. So I don't get why Oregon's such a huge favorite in that game.
that's crazy.
I mean, to me, if I'm Vegas, geez, I mean, who's not taking that? You know, the points on that.
I mean, apparently, from what I understand, it's the most highest game that's bet on so far, the Colorado game.
Oh, I'm sure.
So
we saw their viewership for last week's game was like 9.3 million. It was like one of I think it was the top streamed college football game of all time.
Oh, wow.
You know, so it was a pretty big thing, you know, considering it was a 9:30 game. You know, I mean, people staying up that late to watch it tells you something about Dion's pool, you know, especially having all the stars there, you know, with The Rock and Lil Wayne and Snoop I don't know if Snoop was there, but all the other dudes that were there, you know, his entourage. So
yeah, it beat the UT Alabama game in viewership.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
that's
it
like
did.
crazy.
yeah,
But I think Dion's bringing in like a new group of fans, you know,
yeah,
people
for sure.
that, because they all know who Dion is, you know, you could just say
Right.
Dion, everybody knows the name.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I
Right.
don't know. I like that. I'm interested too with Ole Miss and Alabama. You know,
Me
first
too.
time Bama's been out of the top 10 and what? Since 05, I think, you know?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
And they keep flip flopping back and forth with their quarterback, so they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, horrible quarterback play for them right now.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
I don't know.
We did say we were unsure about the Clemson and the Bamas and even Ohio
Bama,
State
yeah.
coming in before this thing
Nope.
started. So kind of get a little taste of it. I think they'll find some kind of rhythm though. They might not be elite, but I think they'll find some kind of rhythm there. There's too much
I think you look at all the top teams and it's all about quarterback play.
right now. It
You
sure
know?
is. Yeah.
Pretty much, you could just say all the top teams is pretty much they have like great leadership from the quarterback position. So
Such
You know.
good quarterback play. I mean, it's
It's college.
unbelievable. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you got Nixon, Sanders going head to head.
That's a great
That's two NFL
Heisman.
quarterbacks.
yeah Heisman.
Yep. Yeah, it could be a defining
show off,
Heisman
too.
moment.
So
Oh, I can't wait for that. That's going to be that. I mean, that's a beautiful day of football. I mean,
Yeah.
UCLA, Utah.
yeah,
That's a
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
a good day, man. It sucks. I'm gonna have to be at work all day, but at least I'll have the ear.
I will say one game I do want to see. Obviously, I'm not trying to be too much of a homer.
Oh boy, here we go.
Michigan though.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
With Harbaugh coming back, you
the
know,
Harbaugh return.
the spread 24 points. They're going to win about 38. I promise you. They're going to murder Rutgers.
Playing Rutgers.
They're going to send it back to Jersey packing. I promise you that. They are going to murder Rutgers.
the case of the game.
I'm thinking like 58-10 or something like that. 58-10. That's what my score is telling me.
That'd be almost their total point output for the year if they scored 58. But I don't know. I think they kept it
Harbaugh
vanilla
back.
while Harbaugh's been gone.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, with him coming back, I can see him definitely them playing a lot better. I'm with you. I feel like Rutgers is a little bit better than people kind of think, but yeah, they might walk into
Rutgers is 3-0. I mean, they haven't lost.
Yeah, but the Rutgers also walking into a Dragon's Lair, especially with Harbaugh's return. They're going to be amped up for it, and they're in Michigan, right? Oh yeah. So
the big house.
So
115,000 people.
The big house. But
so
one day.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could
love to.
Again, it's one of those things. It's a huge cover, but I mean, I hear you. I hear you 100%. They better handle business.
I know, right? Yeah, I agree.
If not, you're gonna be eating.
I agree.
You're gonna be eating a lot of Raisin Bran.
So. Yeah, and grape nuts. For that matter.
Yelling at the light.
Oh, I need to get that. I need to post that.
That's some shredded wheat.
Yep, I need to post that picture that I took for you. At like 5 o'clock in the morning, I walk into work and there I see a stand of grape nuts and Raisin Bran and think of you. What a way to start my day. What a way to start my day.
Good stuff.
And I think Trenton saw it right away because he was still up. So.
When was that?
I don't know. A few days ago.
A few days ago? No, it's probably... No, I was sleeping.
I know. That's... Okay. Well, maybe. Only in dreams.
Yeah.
Only in dreams.
If it was Saturday night, there's a good chance. Yeah.
Could have been. Guess we'll never know. We will never know. All right, so guys, NFL week 2.
Yes.
Oh, whoops.
Week 2, crazy. More upsets. Teams that are losing that shouldn't be. Teams that are winning. I mean, NFC South. Every team is 2-0 except for the Panthers.
Who saw that?
Exactly. Cincinnati starting 0-2 again. What, fourth year in a row, or four out of 5 years? They come on
strong at the end, so I mean, I don't count them out, but I don't know if you can go 0-3 and be confident about that again. I don't know.
I think they started off 0-2 last year and ran the ship. So
they did.
Yeah, they have. That's what he was saying. The last 4 years,
so
they've done that, and they've pretty much they've done good every year. They start off slow.
Yeah, but this year, I mean, I don't know if Burrow is. I mean, he looks pretty injured to a certain degree, and I don't know if that's affecting him so much. But they're just not running the ball. So I mean, and then I guess it's tough to do whenever you start falling a little bit behind there. But they do not look, and they don't look good. So
they just keep trying to throw the ball deep, and then it's always to T. Higgins. I mean,
and he really hasn't thrown that deep. He only had a 5.4 yard per attempt average in the game. He threw 41 times, but for only 222 yards. So that's a problem. Is they're not hitting anything deep. They're doing short hook routes all the time. I was watching some of the highlights from the condensed game, and I was like, "Geez, how many small?" They're like running these little hook routes or running these little 5-yard plays, and it's like, what's going on, man?
Yeah, and Chase's longest reception is 13 yards this year. Like, come on. Yeah. I mean, I think they'll get it right.
Fantasy buy low.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this fantasy did not buy low on that particular Jamar Chase thing, so that is for sure.
I am off to I have my 5 teams. I have 1 2-0 team and a 1-1 team and 3 teams that are 0-2, and I'm just like, and those are the teams I thought were going to be really good too. So
one guy in my other league, he got Jamar Chase for Zay Flowers, Mike Evans, and Mostert. So
that's a heavy trade.
I thought that was a good trade to kind of trade away guys like, Mostert's going to lose that role after a little bit.
Is he?
Evans, I mean, is he going to keep it up? Well, when Jeff Wilson comes back, it'll probably be more of a shared backfield. I don't know. We'll see.
That's fair. That's fair.
Or Mostert's going to get hurt, like always. But
I mean, poor thing. That's true.
Right. So, but
I mean, what
Yeah,
about my? Go ahead.
no, you go for it.
Oh, I was
Go
just
ahead.
going to go on and talk about the Dolphins. Like, how good have they been?
Yeah,
Like, I think I know I picked them kind of middle of the pack.
me
All
too.
depending on two. I think that's the common
And
denominator
it has
for
to be.
everybody.
It has to be. I mean, it shows if
But
he's healthy and he's on the field. I mean, we're seeing it. And then their defense played well for him last year too. And again, I think they overlooked the run game at times. So and they got shown on against the New England.
Mostert's played really good too.
Mm-hmm.
When healthy, man, he's a beast.
He's a damn good back. Yeah, but
Fast. He's so fast. One cut and gone.
One cut. And
yeah,
But I don't know, McDaniels, man, he's a brilliant head coach.
yeah, he's an
I mean,
interesting. He's an interesting dude. That is for sure.
Very interesting.
I was seeing something interesting they were talking about, and they were saying all that coaching tree, the Shanahan coaching tree with Shanahan, McVay, McDaniel, and what's his name from the Packers? LaFleur. It's like they all have one weakness on their offense when you look at it. Green Bay, it's wide receiver. Like they've never really had great, And then you look at Mike McDaniel. Would you say it's running back? I guess I don't know. And then Shanahan, quarterback. I don't know if you'd say that. Maybe, but you could, unless you believe in Purdy that much, And then
kind of hard not to right now.
They're all kind of missing like one all-star section. It's like you put their teams together, they'd be like the super team,
Mm-hmm.
Take pieces from each of their teams.
Well,
so
I mean, are they weak at running back? Like you said, Mostert's off to a good start.
No,
it's
yeah,
always
great start.
The key with him is just injury. But
sure.
I mean, I guess there's a reason they didn't sign Dalvin Cook because they maybe thought, hey, we're pretty good.
I would say it's probably more McVay that's been weak at running back. Probably
they still got that kid.
Maybe that is. I'll have to go back and look at that and see.
They still got that kid from A&M as well, chilling back there in the backfield.
Dolphins was tight end. That's who they're missing. So tight end.
Yeah.
That's why they let Gesicki go. I mean, he's pretty good, but they don't need him. You know?
Yeah. Green Bay receiver, Dolphins tight end, McVay with the Rams at running back, and then Niners quarterback. So, but Purdy looks pretty good to me. I'd be happy if he was a Buck right now.
I mean, it's hard to argue until he's looked really good. I mean, coming off of last season too.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out.
Yep. Yeah. So that leaves 9 teams now sitting at 0-2.
Yeah.
Teams that have started 0-2 since 1990. There have been 31 teams that have started 0-2 out of 270 that have made the playoffs. It's 11%. So this week is huge, for the Vikings, the Chargers. Who else? The Panthers.
The Bengals.
The Bengals. Yeah. I mean, the Patriots.
They're probably like 5 of that 11%.
Yeah.
The Bears.
The Texans,
seem to do it
the
every
Cardinals,
year.
they don't matter. Yeah. I mean, it's a huge, because 0-3 teams, only 6 out of 176 teams have made the playoffs. 3%. So, you're 0-2, wake up. I mean, could you see, like, the Chargers-Vikings, I think, is just going to have a big effect. Like, okay, Vikings lose.
Someone's going to win, someone's going to lose.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not a
Chargers,
tie.
if the Chargers start 0-3, like,
Bye-bye, Staley. Bye-bye.
Could be time. So,
Well, I was reading something, too, about the Vikings, and they were saying if they lose this game and go 0-3, they're just going to start tanking for Caleb. Because there was some source that said he wouldn't mind going to play with the Vikings. He wouldn't mind if they drafted him. So it'd be bye-bye Kurt and hello.
Well, he's already played with Addison. Hawkinson, I don't think he's never had a tight end like that before in college. And, of course, teamed up with JJ. Like, that's,
I was like, Getting dizzy.
Do what?
Getting dizzy with T's camera here.
Sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
I
You're taking
mean,
us on a ride.
I think another big game is Chicago
Oh yeah.
and the Chiefs.
But
I mean, I know
do we
that
even?
I know Chicago's not going to win, you know,
Yeah.
but I think Fields has to play good. I think
Sure.
one way overhyped in fantasy.
Yeah.
But 70 sacks since he became the starter, of him holding onto the ball more than 4 seconds.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, he's just not making quick decisions. And then that screen pass he threw last weekend,
Yeah.
which y'all caught and ran in for the easy touchdown.
Yeah.
The Bucks 2-0.
Hey, you have to admit that their defense has stepped up a lot. So
Well, that's kinda
the
always been
defense has
Tampa,
played good.
Right?
True.
I mean, other
True.
than when Brady was there, it was Brad
But
Johnson.
Baker's playing pretty good too. He's being efficient, not turning the ball over, throwing when he needs to, finding the open guys. So that's all I want him to do. That's all
That's all he needs to do.
just don't bake, Baker.
Don't manage the game. Manage to not lose the game.
Yeah. There you go.
So, yep. So
I was gonna bring up all the injuries though too.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
go
it's
for
just
it.
like-
That's what I was
I
about
mean,
to.
geez, Chubb just horrific.
hate,
It sucks,
seeing
man.
it. Absolutely hate seeing it.
This is a football fan. I feel bad for him, and
100%.
man, it sucked watching it, and just I was like, golly, it was just a letdown, it made me feel like shit just the rest of the night too. I was like,
For real.
God, I was just, I was like, man, it just sucks for that kid, and I hope he can come back, but man, it's going to be a long road.
It is.
I hope he can, with all that damage he took, and
Yeah, I hate seeing it. You just honestly just
Man.
really do. No matter who, no matter who the player is, or whether just like a team or anything like that. But I mean, Chubb seems like a pretty awesome dude. And he's been one of the best, if not the best, consistently over the last while, and
yeah,
it's hard to see that. It really is, and yeah, I mean, it's tough to see Barkley too get rolled up on, and thankfully he's only out for at least probably going to be just a couple weeks, so that's nothing hopefully too major, but it's part of the game. We're all going to say it, we
Right.
all know it, but we're also fans, and so just as a fan,
Right.
it's easy to just be like, oh man, and get all mad and stuff, but man, those things are. We have no idea what kind of process that is to go through, to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, and Rodgers, same kind of scenario. And I mean, so they're going to happen. So I'm just really interested to see who's next kind of thing. So
It sucks when you're thinking about that,
Yeah.
Like, it's just
I know they're not.
star, and it's always the star players
Back in the
too,
head.
I mean, of course,
Eckler's hurt too. You see Eckler. I mean, he hasn't been.
well, I mean,
He's
just
probably
look
not
at
going to play this week.
these poor running backs had the Zoom call, to try
Yeah.
to see what they can
They're all
do
hurt,
to improve
yeah.
their value. And 7 starting running backs are hurt, or dinged up really bad. So these poor guys.
Yeah.
I mean, and
It does. It is. I mean, it's like, again, you just hate to see it. You hate to see it. And, hopefully a speedy recovery for Chubb and others in the future to get the same kind of thing.
Right. Had one today with Diggs from the Cowboys, Trayvon Diggs.
Ooh,
Trayvon. Yeah.
Tearing his ACL, man. That's
Big
huge.
big loss.
Sucks, man. Sucks. So I'm just like, damn, man. Just
Yeah.
what are you gonna do,
Unfortunately, and quarterbacks really haven't seen anybody other than some
Right.
nagging stuff, but what was like 60
Aaron Rodgers.
quarterbacks? Well, Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah, right.
The
Yeah.
other number 8. The other number 8.
That had a
in New
huge
York.
impact, dude.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Recall.
The other
Let's reel that one back in. But other than Rodgers,
The dawn is darkest.
nothing
Right.
yet.
Night is darkest.
So, here we go. All right.
All right, yeah,
All
let's
right.
see. Come
No
on.
touchdown on the first play.
Yep.
All right. That's
Pretty good.
McCaffrey, you pretty much
let's-
knew that.
Let's go Giants. All right. So,
Oh.
all right, before this game really gets into it, we'll get to rapid fire later, but give me your picks, guys, for this game.
I mean, I think San Fran's going to win. Cover that 10.5. I don't think so. But I would not sleep on the Giants here. I just would not do so. Thursday night game.
Yeah.
They didn't have to travel across country. Like, don't sleep on them. I know they're down some people, but just don't sleep on them.
Yeah, I think Giants give a good effort. Niners by 8. Something like 28-20.
Yeah.
That's what I could see.
I like that 30. What did we say earlier? 31-30 or 31-23 or something. Somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
what you said. I didn't say nothing about that.
Okay.
So I was like, I didn't say that at all.
Ah,
How about
I don't
you,
know.
Sean? What's your pick?
well, what do you think I'm picking? I'm going to be in.
I'm a realist though. I'm not like a
I-
Cowboys fan where I say Cowboys gonna go 16-0, beat every team, or 17-0.
So,
You know,
Yep. There's a lot of that
Yep.
going on too.
I will be the analyst, and I will go with San Francisco. But I think it's a 24-20 game. Close game.
Again, I think that's
so you're close to me.
also think that's a good number as well. So just one of those.
If they had
play hard.
Barkley, I would think they'd have a better chance too.
I mean, if they had
you know?
Barkley, I think they could win the game. So,
Yeah, I agree there.
man, Purdy
I mean,
just
you
see
just gotta
like,
pound.
ooh.
You can't be cute and run anything like trickery or anything stupid that could force a turnover. Just
Yeah.
play football. And if you get beat, you get beat by the better team, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Don't go
that's
make
not
a mess
necessarily.
of it.
Oh,
That's what I was saying.
okay. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, you're fine.
getting into it.
That's right.
You're a couple of
Kittle
seconds behind me.
saved that right there.
It's okay. I mean, Purdy hasn't lost yet. What better than way to end that streak with the loss to the Giants? Because these guys have had great
True.
matchups in the past.
Well, Purdy hadn't lost.
so-
Yeah.
He lost to the Eagles.
Well, okay, regular season.
Oh, okay.
Regular season. Okay. Since we're being so PC.
Well,
I
I
know.
I mean,
Hey, was it the Niners that blocked that kick with the Giants, that field goal like 20 years ago or whatever?
it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What was that?
It was in the NFC. I think it was
Championship,
the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were up, and that was the bobbled snap, and the dude's just running like trying to hold it and throws it, and then
That's right.
Anyways, oops, I apologize for my cursing, but
It's okay. We have explicit content on
yes, we do.
our
And it's
podcast, so we're
it's-
good.
Yes, it's click not made for kids
Yeah.
too on YouTube. So, all right. All right. I can't wait. This should be a great weekend of football. So, with rapid fire, guys, week 2,
Yes.
Ryan and Trenton with a record of 10-6, both.
Ooh.
Yeah. I went 8-8. So, as of
That's not
now-
bad. Again, that's not a losing record.
Yeah,
True.
well, I'm still a game below 500, but Trenton is still
Alright.
one game up on Ryan as we head into week 3.
Wow.
Yes. Well, speaking of week 3, guys, how about a little see or no?
See.
See.
See. All right. Well, with this, we'll be asking the guys some questions, and they will answer with one word. We'll try to. Anyways,
Ryan.
but let's get going.
I might elaborate.
It's okay. Elaboration on collaboration. That would be marvelous.
Oh,
Marvelous.
Get you some.
Marvelous. So, yes. Finally, Thibodeau. Yes. All right. So, with that,
Yes.
here is the 3rd edition of See or No. All right. Brian, with a loss this weekend, is Russell Wilson on the verge of getting benched in Denver?
No, I don't see that happening yet. Still think he's going to be given a chance. It's desperation time. I get it, but I don't see how Sean Payton can see that he still gives him the best chance to win. Yeah, I mean, he actually had a really great game last week. I don't. You could more or less blame the defense on that. I mean, Wilson threw for over 300 yards. I don't think he's been the issue in Denver at all. I think it's been the defense that hasn't stepped up. So against T's Manders. So Manders won.
They played tough, man.
They did. That was they went in there and played their game. Did good, man.
I mean,
Hal is turning out to be pretty good.
When Russell turned that ball over, that game changed. He fumbled that ball. It turned everything.
That was the worst. Yeah,
it turned everything.
But everything else he did just about everything else right for the most part.
But he had a good game.
So, but
Brian Robinson, wow.
Yeah, B-Rob, man, bulletproof B-Rob. I had him last year. That's what I call him. I had him last year, so I know this year he's going to kick ass. If you ever play in a league with me, I'm always a year early on the guys. So get them the next year because they'll dominate for your team.
Yeah, I kind of have the same.
There's one guy
got the same kind of luck, so I hear you on that.
Yeah. There's one guy in my league that he's like, I just draft your team from last year and win the league. He's done it twice. Like he's taken like 3 or 4 guys I had the year before and won the league the next year with those guys. So
there's no fun in that.
But yeah,
like my favorite part is like having the winning year and then you find that sleeper.
Yeah.
That nobody's really is it Puka this year? Puka.
Probably.
Speaking of Puka,
there you go.
Will Puka get 10 or more catches this week?
Ooh. I'm going to say no. I think he'll get 8. But he'll get up there. And he's been an incredible find for the Rams and their obviously in his fantasy owners and such like that. But yeah, he's been something. And again, I got that notification saying, that he was going to have a huge role, when Kupp got injured and stuff like that. So I mean, it's shown. I think eventually some defenses are going to make adjustments to it, so that's why I say less than 10 catches. But he's on a heck of a pace right now. So
yeah,
we'll see. I'm interested to see kind of how it all unfolds for it, honestly, because I love seeing it. I love seeing these guys that come out of nowhere and all of a sudden they're just make immediate impacts and they can make a huge impact on their team for winning football. So it's really cool. Plus he's got a great name.
Catch a touchdown is a question.
Yeah,
he hasn't caught a touchdown
yet. That's the thing. It's like I wonder, but again, once he's going to catch one, he's going to get loose. So I could see that eventually. So
true.
But 10 catches,
that's going to be a good combo.
Again, I think he's going to get 8 or 9. Oof. I don't know about the double.
Ooh, big hit. Ooh, there's Dexter. All right, yeah. All right, so Ryan, will Kirk Cousins be traded this year? And if so, to whom?
I'm gonna say no. Again, like his play has not been bad either. I don't see how. I get them moving on maybe after this year, but to just outright trade him, I mean, I guess it would depend who might want him. I mean, maybe the Jets, if the Jets could offer something good for him, possibly. I could see that if the offer was really good, but I couldn't see them outright just looking to say we've got to trade him, at least right now. I mean,
yeah.
Talk to me in a couple of weeks. Ask me that in a couple of weeks if they're 0-4, and then I might say, well, yeah, they're going to tank and they're building for next year, and they might look to capitalize on that. But for now, no.
Yeah, I agree with Ryan on that because it's though they traded for. I mean, they just traded for Akers, so I feel like they're trying to do something. But sure. I think ask that question in a couple of weeks and see how the Jets' record is. Maybe a couple of other teams. Someone happens to lose a quarterback, so. Especially if all that, rumor bull junk is right, and talking about how if they lose this game or whichever, they're going to tank for Williams.
Yeah.
Yada yada yada. Because I mean, apparently the Cardinals are tanking for Williams too, and the Cardinals came out playing some pretty decent football so far. So yeah. So we'll see. I'm with Ryan on that though. I'll come back a couple weeks, but right now I'd go no to.
Well, I mean, they got the huge home game against the Chargers, and then they take on the Panthers, who are not playing very well.
And I think you have to win this game against the Chargers. I mean,
I think they have to win the next two.
I agree.
But the
Especially
the
Chargers,
the Chargers are in must-win too.
100%.
So.
I think that coach is on the hot seat. I think he's on the hot seat, and I think if they lose, I don't.
That defense has been terrible.
I'm interested to see if the Chargers happen to lose that game, and then they fire that coach, and then say Sean Payton doesn't like his situation because he wanted to be the Chargers coach. So I'm kind of, I mean,
he's like, bye, Denver.
I mean, it's just, I don't know.
A better team.
I don't know. So
for sure,
there's a world. I think there's a whirlwind of bull junk coming. So I'm curious to see like where all the mud cakes happen to land. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So T. Will anybody be able to expose Dallas's defense this year?
I feel like yes. Or, I'm sorry. C. I mean, clearly the injury today to Diggs is going to hurt them. I don't think it's going to, take away from what they've already kind of done. I mean, they've been great up front. That line, Micah Parsons, we've all seen it. But there will be adjustments made. There will be games where you have a, you have a letdown to a certain degree. And then I'm curious how people attack them now in the secondary. So I think someone will eventually kind of crack it a little bit. But right now it looks pretty good. And, it's 2 weeks in. It's tough. We're starting week 3, but I mean,
yeah,
it's only a couple weeks, but I think someone eventually will eventually crack the code on them. So,
yeah, I agree there. I mean, yeah, they still have Gilmore, great cover corner, great technique guy, can pretty much cover anyone in the league too as well. But somewhat, let's wait and see when they face off. Like they're facing this Niners team in a couple weeks. Let's see what happens then when they face Debo, Ayuk back, and I'm curious to see when they actually face some good receivers.
Yeah.
They really haven't played anyone yet. They haven't been tested. Mm-hmm. It's not that I don't believe in their defense. They still have Micah Parsons, like T said, but they got some tests coming up.
Mm-hmm.
They go Niners, Chargers, Rams, Eagles, and then Giants. So it's a pretty tough little 5-game stretch right there. So, with some talent thrown in there. So I think they will eventually, they're going to have a letdown game, but that's definitely the strength of their team right now. So.
All right. Ryan, are the Bengals in trouble?
No. Like we stated before, they've done this the last 4 seasons, 0-2. They always start out slow. Any team with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, I'm going to believe in. Throw T. Higgins and Joe Mixon in there. They'll be fine. They'll get started. They'll get it together. I don't want to give any spoilers, but I do think they win this this Monday night against the Rams. So I think in pretty nice fashion, by 10 plus points. So I do see the offense kind of coming back to life and helping them out. So not in any trouble at all.
Oh man, I think they kind of are, and that's based on Joe Burrow's injury. If they lose this game and go 0-3, based on how tough the AFC could possibly be, I think there's a little bit of trouble there. But Ryan does have a very valid point there. They have started off 0-2 the last few seasons and come back, so I get it. But right now it looks a little shaky. I can't lie.
He's called Joe Cool for a reason, because
I get it.
He's cool under pressure, and
I get it.
he's always going to give you a chance to win.
Right. There's no reason they shouldn't get on a roll. I mean, they pull out a win against the Rams, and they have the Titans, and then the Cardinals,
Yeah.
and then they host the Seahawks at home. So they could get on a little run.
Definitely
So
so.
Yeah, in a month they could be 4-2, and we wouldn't even be thinking about
Right.
them
Very,
struggling.
very, very true.
Then,
Very, very true.
all right. So with the last one, I love this button.
Mhm.
T, I know we touched a little bit on it earlier, but will a coach be fired before week 6?
Oh, see. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's NFL. I mean, it's people on short leashes most of the time, anyways. I mean, the Bears coach. I mean, the Chargers coach. You just kind of just go down the lines and start looking at it. I mean, I feel like yes, and again, just hate saying that because definitely people's livelihood on the line and stuff like that. But it's part of the nature of the business, and if you're not doing good, they will make changes. Excuse me.
Well, like I know, like T said, yeah, for sure. The Bears. I mean, earmuffs kids, they're a shitstorm right now, but they got it's not only the players, it's the coaches, but they got a lot of issues now. So yeah, I could see him being gone. I could see O'Connell from the Vikings being gone. I could see Staley from the Chargers being gone. Just teams that were expected to do a lot better, and haven't. And really don't look like they're going to do better. So, I think if they're 0-4, 0-5, they're going to be like, we probably need to go a different direction, with our coaching staff and make some changes. So I agree with you there for sure.
I do too. I mean, it just always happens every year, and then you'll have an intern.
Yeah.
Giants are driving.
Sure.
Looking good.
Yeah, they are. That's why I was making that face. I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, well, we remember how the Dallas game started, and then after that.
I mean, it started off 7-0.
Hey,
this was 3.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
True.
Oh, come on now.
I mean, we
Idiot.
were driving until.
Yeah, they didn't even score any points, did they, in that game?
Remember, Giants had been outscored 60-0 before the massive, epic comeback of all time against the Cardinals. Hey, at least it was a road win,
True.
Conference win.
Oh, Gary Brentwell, what are you doing? Yeah.
He had just made a nice play right before.
And then he dropped the ball.
See, I shouldn't have said anything.
With open field and right in front of him. Look at all that field. Look at that.
I know. I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Giants fans.
I did pick him to score a touchdown tonight too. So, an anytime touchdown. So,
see, be smart.
Yes.
See, 2 or 3 yards. Just keep the game simple.
Yep.
Keep the game simple.
Tire out the defense,
Yep. All right. Well, guys, that was See or No.
Yay!
Third tres edition. So, all right.
We need some Tejano sounds.
Yes.
We need like the bird from the Cumbia Kings.
That'd be cool.
Oh boy. Is that
anybody want to do a grito now? That's a maraca.
Is that a bird or is that someone's actual voice? Because I believe it's someone's actual voice.
It's someone's voice. That's a bird. I always call it the bird sound.
There it is.
We're having a lot of fun here.
There's our crowd.
This is excellent. All right, so with Rapid Fire Week 3, we do have Game 1 going on right now. It looks like the Giants are about to tie it up. See, smart football. It's still 0-0, basically. Well, hold on.
I need him to make this.
Me too.
He did.
For my sleeper picks, too. I have him making a couple field goals, too.
Yes. Isn't it crazy, though? Yes. Like, okay, so they couldn't block Dallas on a field goal attempt with a great defense, but then they just made it look really easy with San Francisco's defense. Right. So, I mean, I don't know.
Is Dallas that good? Maybe they won't let up.
Next topic. All right. So, yes, thank you for that head shake, T. I appreciate that.
I'm not gonna open up the can.
I don't get Ryan's obsession with Dallas.
No. I did say they were a top 5 team, and y'all laughed at me. Remember? So, would you say they're a top 5 team now?
No. Well, after
you still don't.
After 2 weeks, yes. But again, it's 2 weeks of football.
Okay.
Like that's why I'm not trying to open up the can, because I got people all in my ear talking about how they're gonna win the Super Bowl, and it's like it's the same thing every year.
It's a cycle of life, the cycle of life every year.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm not saying you, Ryan. You're not.
No, he's
certainly not the guy. And again, a lot of my friends
got to get that Dak stack.
Well, a lot of my friends.
Bart's done pretty good.
A lot of my friends are actually very fair Cowboy fans. Like they're fans. They know where the problem lies. But I have a few that are just like, and it's like, now this injury happens. So, and I've been screaming it. It's like they're gonna happen. Which teams? Who's got the? It's just sit. Again, being a Commanders fan, you have no expectations outside of them just doing really bad. I would just simply advise everyone to take that approach, because when they do good, then you can sit here and smile.
Yeah.
Told you so.
I will say that I'm looking. I can't wait till the game in a couple weeks when they play the Niners. That's a game.
Yeah, for sure.
In week 5, I'm looking forward to. So
where is that? Is that in San Francisco?
Yep, in San Fran.
Ooh.
Again, that's
going to be a test. That's our first test of the year.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, I think we're coming to week 3 now. There's a lot. The weather's going to change. There's injuries, and so much is going to change. So I don't know if they're going to put themselves. I don't know if they are a top 5 team based on what I've seen so far. Yes, I think their defense is elite. The offense really hasn't done too much, and they don't seem to have a lot of depth there. So
Tony Pollard has 12 carries inside the 10-yard line. The second running back has 6. So
again, we'll see. We'll see.
Get that bull junk out of here.
That's right.
It's the darn bull junk. If you know what I mean. Play my theme music.
Hey, take your hats off and your sunglasses off when you talk to me.
I know, right?
What? Okay.
Hoodies up.
Schmuck.
Hoodies up.
Yeah. Anyways. All right, guys, let's go. Rapid fire. Let's start off with Mr. Anderson. By the way, happy belated birthday, my friend.
Yes, happy belated.
Thank you.
Happy belated.
Thank you, guys.
23
Another
years
year
old.
older. Oh,
Yes,
I
23.
wish.
So exciting. So exciting, isn't it?
I lose track of the years the older I get.
Yep.
I'm like,
Well, the older I get, the younger I feel, right?
I wish. I wish.
Something like that.
It's like, oh, my back.
Yeah.
I can't lie, dude. I don't feel bad at all. Like
I don't always. Yeah, I don't really that much
days,
anymore.
I guess, but
yeah.
Well, there are those days after the alcoholic adult beverages,
Yeah.
but that's permitted, right? Hard week of work.
the pina colada.
It's okay. Pina colada. Yes.
There you go.
Yes. All right, so Ryan, first game on rapid fire. We got Titans and Browns.
Tough one. I'm gonna take the Browns in that one. I don't know what it is. I get they lost Chubb. I get it. I just feel like somehow they come together as a team and somehow pull out a victory. It's gonna be close, so it's gonna be like 12-10 or something like that. It's not gonna be a very good game, but I don't know. I feel like they come through, or it's gonna be either another way, or Deshaun Watson's gonna lead them finally, like he's been paid to do. So we'll see. But I do think the Browns take that game.
All right, T.
And I'll say they won't cover the 3.5.
Oh, it's 3.5.
Yeah, Browns 3.5.
I think Derrick Henry has a toe issue going on, so I'm curious if that slows him up at all, or if he even, hopefully doesn't hold him out. But I think the
Kid Spears, the backup looks pretty good.
I think the Titans win.
Yeah.
I think losing Chubb's huge for them. I don't think I think their run game will still be in play there. Just depending how. But I could see Kareem Hunt being used a lot though in the passing game this week. But I think the Titans win. I don't know.
You don't believe in Jerome Ford?
I believe in him. I do. He's just not Nick Chubb, and I don't believe in what D. Watt has been how he's been playing. So
yeah,
he doesn't look too sharp. And then again, how healthy is Cooper? Just a little of those things, man. So
and the Titans have been the best defense against the run the last 2 seasons.
It's going to be a defensive kind of game. So I kind of give it to I'm going to give it to the Titans on it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what it's going to be, is a ground and pound game. And I think that's the only way Tennessee can win. So I'm going to go with the Titans.
Yeah.
So, all right, next. T, start us off. Falcons 2-0, visiting the Detroit Lions. With the Lions a 3.5-point favorites.
Is it in Atlanta?
It is in Detroit.
It's in Detroit. Man, I think that's going to be a fun game. I think the Lions take it, and I think that's solely because Atlanta's playing on the road. They're going to be playing on turf, so I don't think it changes their offense at all. Atlanta so far has been pretty impressive.
Third straight game indoors.
Yeah,
to start the year.
So yeah, I have to give. I think the Lions gonna have a rebound game, like come back and kind of explode on offense to the level. I think Gibbs gonna have a big game. Something in me tells me he's gonna have a big game.
I got Lions winning that game too. Spread is 3. I think they win by 6.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that.
I like the Lions as well. Desmond Ridder 2-0. Who would have thought? And a great rushing attack. So that's another thing. That could be a low scoring game just because Atlanta can run the ball.
Yeah, they can ground and pound as well if they wanted to.
That is true.
All right, so T, Saints 2-0, visiting the 1-1 Packers. The Packers, a 2-point favorite.
I'm going to take the Saints.
In Lambeau Field.
I'm going to take the Saints on the road. I know they played not great against the Panthers, but they never go, for whatever reason, they don't play well down there after all these years, at least what I've seen. But not having Aaron Jones, if he doesn't play, I think the Packers are in a little bit of trouble. So, if Aaron Jones plays, I probably would take the Packers, but yeah. Yeah, I think the Saints go down there and get it done.
And Aaron Jones, it was back at practice, and they say he might play, so we'll see. It's still questionable. Yeah. I'm going to take the Packers, man. I know it's a tough game. It's going to be real close. I just think Alexander will take away Olave and really doesn't give the Saints much of a downfield threat. Carr hasn't looked that great with all those weapons for the Saints either. They're not going to have much of a running attack with the rookie running back Miller starting and Tony Jones Jr. I mean, yeah, he scored a couple touchdowns, but that's because Olave got him down there, and I don't think that happens in this game. So Packers defense, a little underrated too. It's going to be a defensive game. Two really good. Yeah, Packers.
All right, too late. You can't change it. I wrote it down.
Packers. Yes.
I am going to go with the Saints because I think the Saints are going to do the same thing to Jordan Love as they did to Bryce Young last week and make him look like a rookie.
They have a good defense.
I do think
it's going to hold them in there.
Go ahead.
I'm saying they have a good defense.
Yeah, I think.
Excuse me again. Yeah, I think they have a good defense, and I think it holds them in there, and it's. I'm with you, Sean. I think they kind of expose Love a little bit, but no discredit to what they've done so far with him and stuff like that. They've looked pretty good with him. So
Jordan Love is the highest rated passer in the NFL right now.
Yeah,
Then
but
again, it's 2 weeks, so it obviously it doesn't matter, right? So
I mean, it does for certain levels, but you know,
oh,
I don't know if that's in. I didn't want to.
not good. Is that a safety? Dang, they gave him the forward progress on that.
Yeah.
yeah, that looked like it hurt.
Ouch.
Okay,
But-
let's not block the best player in the NFL on
They
defense.
didn't block him at all. Well, they are out 2 linemen, right?
Yeah, 2 linemen.
Thomas and someone else. So
Bresbiden. Yep.
the right guard,
Mhm.
right guard, right
Yeah,
left tackle and right guard.
I think the most starts for any of the Giants' offensive linemen is 13.
Oh wow.
So yeah. But be smart, get a couple of yards, get some. Anyways, all right. So
Yeah.
let's go to the next game. Ryan, Broncos 0-2 visiting the Dolphins at 2-0. Only a 6.5 point spread.
Yeah, I like the Dolphins. The way they're playing right now, Tua, Tyreek Hill. Even if Waddle doesn't play, he's hurt. He might not play. They're not rushing him through because I don't think they're worried about this game either. Defense stepped up for him last game too. So combine those two things, I think the Dolphins win. I think they cover too. So I like Dolphins by a touchdown.
I agree with Ryan on that. It's easy to overlook the Broncos in this game for the Dolphins. I don't think they're doing that. I know like McDaniel's too smart for that to happen. And I don't know, man. The Broncos, their defense isn't really playing that well. They looked great last week in that first half, but as soon as Russell made that turnover, that fumble, I mean, I don't know if that was the Manders coming to life or if that was them crumbling. So
No.
I gotta go with the Dolphins, and I'm with Ryan on this too. I think they do cover. So I think touchdown. I can see that. So
I will go with the Dolphins, and I think it starts to get a little murky in Denver.
Yep.
Russell is committed, and like Ryan said, that with Peyton and Russell, it should be working. But they did give Jared Stidham a lot of money to come back him up.
True.
And I don't think Sean is going to sit around and wait for that bull junk to clear up.
well, I just don't. They're not running the football either, so it's just kind of one of those.
For real.
Javonte Williams is a beast. So I don't know what.
Yeah, Javonte and P. Ryan.
And P. Ryan.
That's a good point. It seems like they give Javonte all of his carries in the first half, and then where's he go? Yeah.
I don't understand it at all.
I don't know if it's something where he's coming. I know he's coming back from that injury and stuff, so maybe that could be part of it or something. But I don't know. It's just it's murky. I like Sean's word for that. Very murky out there.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing but bull junk and catfish in that thing. So
there you go.
It's murky right now.
Is Catfish Corner still open in Angelo?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, they remodeled.
And that's the one that caught on fire.
They built a whole new place.
Am I correct?
Yeah, it caught on fire, so it burned down. So they had to remodel, and it's like a huge, nice brick building now. So
well, I'm glad they were able to do that. It was terrible to hear that stuff. So
yeah, still good.
I kind of miss the old small building, all greasy-fied on the tables and everything.
Oh, I know. It's like it was good stuff.
Go there and you put your elbow down, and you slip because whoop.
Yeah,
a little bit of
you
grease
don't
on
even
there.
need that tartar sauce.
Get that tartar.
You just eat it.
That's cool, man.
All right.
Glad they're doing well.
Chargers 0-2 taking on the 0-2 Vikings.
Well, the ceiling
game of the week.
The ceiling's going to say.
It's just.
What do you think, Ceiling? Well, yeah. You said the Chargers, the Chargers and the who again?
Chargers at
Vikings.
The Vikings. Yeah, we talked about
the
that.
battle of the 0-2s.
Man, oh man.
-1 Chargers are favored.
Yeah, I think the Vikings win. I think it's going to be a back and forth game, and I think it might be one of those like Vikings pull it out by a field goal on the last play of the game or something. But both teams really need a win. I get that. Without Eckler, they just don't look the same, or they're not playing the same, I should say. And then I think you got to give the edge to Cousins and company at home. I mean, with those two weapons he has, they're going to move the ball. So And then now that you got Akers maybe in the mix, maybe they can have a little more balance to them. So we'll see. But I think the Vikings get it done.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers in this one, man. I think do or die, man. I trust Herbert over Cousins in that game, man. It's the reason why. I just if I have to put it on the quarterbacks, I'm gonna put it on Herbert. So like I do agree with T. It's gonna be back and forth. It's gonna be one of those games where you see the Chargers do well, and then you just know they're gonna blow it, and they're gonna come close to that. They're gonna come close. They're gonna let the Vikings right back in it, but they're gonna hold on to win. I think very very close, very good game.
Yep, I agree. Ryan said pretty much everything I wanted to, and Herbert's lost his last four starts, and he's just too good. So I'm going to go with the Chargers.
And I mean,
and cover the 1 point spread.
I'm with you. I'm with you guys on all those points, though. I really am. I'm just thinking the Vikings at home. It's one they just get the edge there. But yeah, I'm with you on all those points, though. So,
Skull. That's the only game this week that the over/under is over 50. It's at 54 right now. So with the high-powered offense, speaking of, let's go to the Patriots 0-2 visiting the Jets at 1-1.
Oh man, game of the week there.
Patriots favored by 2.5.
2.5, yeah.
36.5 for the over/under. T, who you got?
Go ahead.
I mean, I'm gonna take the nap as to win because I think that's a great.
That's nap time.
That's a great time for a nap, especially if that's the only game you're gonna be able to watch. I mean, it's time to turn the AC down a touch and turn it down to mute and because
you won't have to worry about the red zone flipping over to that game.
Yeah, you're gonna be
yeah, kind of like the Titans and Browns.
Oh
man, that either.
Are they? You said the Jets are at the Patriots?
No, Patriots
at Jets.
Man, oh man, oh man. I'm gonna say the Jets win. I don't know.
Old Zachy.
I don't know if it's Zach that does it, or if Garrett Wilson gets loose again, or maybe Breece Hall actually has another game and they can find that run game. It's gonna be tough though, and I don't think they're gonna score a lot of points. I can see I don't even know, maybe a 13-10 game or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna say the Jets. I think the Jets and the defense are better, and to be able to hold them in there and get it done. But yeah, boring game though.
Well, I'm gonna go. How many times have the Patriots been 0-3? In the last 25 years.
They haven't. I don't. Not well since the Brady era, I don't think. And then they've also.
They're gonna keep it going. They're gonna beat the Jets. Going.
I think they've also won something.
It's not going to be an exciting game. Very boring game.
Haven't they also won something like 13 in a row against the Jets or something like that? So
yeah.
But I don't know.
I'm just gonna.
I coin flipped it in my head, and that's the first thing I thought of when it landed. So.
Yeah. I mean, I could see it. They probably have the better defense the Jets do, but I just don't know that Zach Wilson can lead them to the promised land. They're starting to realize that. I think.
I agree with you on that.
They knew that. That's why they brought Aaron Rodgers in.
Yeah, true. I was like, yeah.
In all fairness to him, though, he just didn't have the time to really sit there and learn that much from Rodgers. But I mean, it's just been sloppy. They haven't done him any good though, like not running the football and stuff like that. So I mean, Wilson's a beast, or G. Wilson's a beast. So you get him loose and things like that. But I mean, ball's got to be where it's got to be, though.
I agree.
Yeah, I'll take the Pats, and let's move on from that game. All right, this could be, I think, a sleeper, really good game. Ryan, start us off. We got the 1-1 Bills visiting the 2-0 Manders.
Oh,
Mando!
I know, man.
6.5
tied for first place.
Mando.
Yeah, that's way too high of a line. I do love this game. I think it's gonna be really great. Back and forth game. I think the Manders have played really great. They've stepped up a lot. Their running game looks legit with B-Rob back there, but I gotta go with the Bills, man. Sorry, T. It's hard, man.
Hit that. Where's that?
It's gonna be close.
Where's that boo button at? I know we got one somewhere.
It's gonna be close.
There it is.
It's gonna be close, man. It's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be real close. But man,
Oh wait, this one. Oh wait,
no, that one doesn't count.
Just kidding.
Again,
Uh-oh.
I just think Josh Allen needs to redeem himself, and I think he's going to lead him to a come from behind victory against the Manders, man. So I think they only win by like a field goal.
Yeah, what's the spread
line?
again?
The line's 6 for the.
Yeah, I think that.
Oh, you have 6. I had 6.
I had 6.5. Yeah,
Okay.
odds provided by BetMGM.
I don't
There you
know.
go.
Again, I think this is one of those games that like you can't overlook the Manders. I mean, I said it last week.
Sure.
They Raiders can go in there and beat Denver. I think they can too, and they were well behind there up until that fumble. But that good, they might have created that. They might have created something there, but you know what? I'm going to take them. I think the Manders upset them at home.
The Manders.
I think they do.
There you go.
Because I think that one
This
is
is their statement game.
well, one
you
is
know?
I think they cover, and then two is I don't think the Bills have done anything impressive yet. So I'm just not going to think they're going to go in there and steamroll the Manders. I'm just not. So I'll take them. Why not?
I will go Bills, and I think that Allen got on track last week against the Raiders, albeit the Raiders. But I think this is a good close game. I like the
Yeah.
Bills. 28-24.
Yeah.
I could see this coming down to the last drive kind of game.
Yeah,
So
I'm,
it's,
all right.
I'm definitely with you on that for sure. Back and forth too.
Yep. Should be really interesting. All right, T. The 0-2 Texans head to Jacksonville in Duval County to take on the 1-1 Jags.
Duval.
Jags, 8.5-point favorites.
Man, I think the Jags rebound. They didn't. I don't think the Chiefs' defense is that good. I know now Chris Jones coming back. That clearly, obviously, it helps so much, and we saw it. But I think the Jags kind of get their offense going a little bit more this game. Texans have been able to move the ball. They've been able to put some points up and things like that. But I think, I think the Jags rebound, and I think they do cover. I think they win by 10 somehow. I don't even know. Maybe could be a 30-20 game or something like that. But I think they cover the 8.5.
Yeah, I'm with T on the Jags winning. I think it's basically like Lawrence has got to step up. He's been disappointing this season. He's like the 4th lowest rated QB in the league right now. So he has not looked great. He didn't look great against KC last week in what should have been a shootout. They could only muster 9 points. Not great.
Most
Um,
I'm kidding. Sorry.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah,
Sorry.
that's okay. But I do think the Jags cover too. I think they win by 10. Also, I have them like a 27-17 victory over the Texans. Texans getting that garbage time.
I think the Texans put a
those
fight
garbage
up.
time
Though.
points.
The Texans, when they match up, those two teams match up. Both games, either way,
Yeah,
they play. They
division games.
they get in there sometimes, but I think Jacksonville just with being at home, they kind of get the edge on this one. I think they run away with it.
I agree. I think I will go with the Jags, but I think Cedar Stroud has really gotten better each week, and I think they got the right coach in D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I like what they're doing down there. They need to run the football more, though.
What was it, Trevor? Last week, 10 passes inside the red zone, zero completions.
touchdowns. Yeah, zero completions.
Yeah.
He looked
Can't have a
horrible,
touch-
man.
Yeah, tell me about it. Anyways, moving on. We take the 1-1 Colts visit the 2-0 Baltimore Ravens. Ryan, Ravens 8.5-point favorites.
I got the Ravens. Man, I don't know if they're going to cover. It's going to depend on if Richardson plays or not. I really think that's going to determine it. I know Minshew's a good backup, but Richardson's going to be the one to keep him in this game. But man, I like the Ravens. I think Lamar finally has a pretty decent game. I know he was pretty good last week, but I think he's going to just continue to climb and get better. I actually like Rashad Bateman a lot in this game for some reason. I don't know. I feel like he catches a score and has 100 yards. I don't know. That's just kind of my dart throw receiver pick right there for cheap on DraftKings, but come sponsor us, DraftKings. But I like the Ravens, and man, if Richardson plays, I don't think they cover. If Minshew plays, I think they do cover. So,
are they in Indianapolis?
No, they're in Baltimore.
Baltimore. Ooh, I think the Ravens win. I'm with Ryan on that. I think Minshew plays. I think either quarterback plays no cover, but if Minshew plays, there's a good chance that Colt team go in there and pull the sneaky. Now, who is that?
Well, they did. Baltimore had a tough game with the Texans week 1. So
at least in the beginning, you know what I mean. They ended up kind of pulling away from it there, but I think Baltimore gets it done. But Minshew's no slouch, and we've seen what Richardson's been able to do so far, which Ryan's been nice call on that too. So, I think they go in there and play a little bit tougher than they may be getting credit for. So, but yeah, I think the Ravens get away with it.
I think this might be the blowout of the weekend. I think the Ravens cover, and I like watching Anthony Richardson. I think he's going to be good, but so far 2 games played, hasn't finished both of them.
Very true.
And I think I'm with Lamar really getting on track.
Yeah.
Although someone did put him on the trade block in our fantasy league. Just saying. Just throw it
Someone
out there.
did, really?
Yeah, I don't know
Wow.
who. Anyways, T.
Oh, I don't have him. It's not me that did it.
No, I'm going to the next game.
Oh, it's like shit. It wasn't me, man. If I got no running back, so we'll see how that works out, especially in that auction league. Good lord.
Hey, yeah, Ronnie Bell from Michigan scored. Sorry, Sean.
Oh.
No, it's okay.
Receiver, Ronnie Bell from Michigan.
There ain't no Ronnie Bell. There ain't no Ronnie Bell out there. He hasn't been in the league for a while, man.
Yeah, someone put $10 on him to score a touchdown. And just cleared jackpot.
Yeah, just won 1,000.
Like that one guy who picked, who was the Tony Jones kid to score 2 touchdowns, and the other guy to lead the team in rushing, and he won a crap ton of money. Come on!
How do you even? I don't even know how. That's. I don't even know.
They must have read the script.
And then there was another guy in another league that I have, and he put like $10 down the other night on Gunnar Henderson, the kid from Baltimore Orioles, to hit a triple. $10 to anyone, $760 on it. Anyways, let's go. T, you're Panthers 0-2 visiting the 1-1 Seahawks in Seattle. The 12th man are a 6.5 point favorites.
$10 on a triple? What in the?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess I get it.
Yeah.
All right. I think that. It sounds like Bryce Young's not playing. So, I think Seahawks are the better team. Clearly, they're in Seattle. I think they get the job done. It's someone, I don't know what maybe I was watching Pat McAfee or I was watching some other show or something. They were talking about how the dink and dunk passes for the Panthers isn't working, and it's not, and I think Thielen's going to be a really good security blanket for Bryce Young. Mingo's got to get in there a little bit more on the action, but they just, again, where is the run game? There's no Miles Sanders. Hubbard's not terrible, but I don't know, just one of those things. So I think the Seahawks take care of business.
Yeah, I like the Seahawks too. Just think it's real tough. I think old Andy Dalton just really can't bring it anymore. He's, just there. So I do like the Seahawks covering the 6.5, and just a tough place to play, and the Hawks coming off that high, beating the Lions last week and in overtime in Detroit. Just kind of, great game.
It was
just kind of. showing that maybe they are someone to worry about in the NFC. You know, so I like the Hawks to win and cover.
I like the Hawks as well. I just don't see the juice with the offense for Carolina. I don't know. I just don't know with them. And in Seattle at home, that's another one of the cool ass stadiums that I definitely want to go see one day.
Yeah, that would be neat experience.
And maybe even podcast from. We'll see what happens.
Yes.
All right, Ryan, you're up. Chicago 0-2 at Kansas City 1-1. 12.5-point favorites for the Chiefs.
I'll make it short and sweet. Chiefs win, but they don't cover. Justin Fields steps up and does kind of a 180 from the way he's played this season. I think he doesn't have like an awesome game, but I think he rushes for about 80, 90 yards, throws for about 200, scores a couple times. Keeps it kind of close, but still like the Chiefs. I just don't think I think the 13 or 12.5 is a lot. So Chiefs gets a win by 10 and easily, but I don't think they cover the spread. So
Chiefs, Bears are a mess. Yeah, they get the job done. As far as the cover, I don't know. Those big spreads like that, it doesn't take much to kind of mess those up. But I mean,
yeah,
backdoor cover,
maybe kind of or something. Ryan does have some good points there. I do agree with him, but it's I think they're gonna. The Chiefs are just the better team. Bears are a hot mess right now, unfortunately, and I think they just go in there and dominate.
Mahomes did give some encouraging words to Fields and say, "Be you, play like you." So I don't know. I just feel like he's going to take that to heart, maybe, and actually do that. Play his game, you know.
Well, I disagree with that because he's 5-22 as a starter. Yep. So you can be yourself.
Oh,
not win football.
I'm not saying they're going to win the game, but I'm saying they're going to play. Yeah, he was still the 5th-rated quarterback in fantasy last year too. So I'm saying that's what he'll do. Yeah, I'm saying that's what he'll do. He'll actually perform a lot better.
Well, if
they won't win.
He gets to run around out there, this might be one of those games that I was talking about. So just hopefully not.
Right.
I think Chiefs cover by 14.
Damn.
Yeah, 31-17.
Okay.
Yeah, again,
31-17.
I'm with you there too. Like it's just those big spreads. It's easy to get that backdoor cover or something like that. Or hey, you're playing Sean McVay.
Yeah, someone's gonna pull a McVay. I was gonna say, and then his excuse was stupid.
I know.
You know,
I'm not like
for the tiebreaker.
I'm not buying that, dude.
But no, he didn't say that until he was given all these weird
He's saying how the points
excuses
is the points.
Yeah, he wants to give his kickers a chance to go in and kick the ball and all this other stuff.
Reps
and I was like,
and stuff.
Why didn't he just say playoff? The points count. It's like the third deal, the tiebreak.
I just thought it was. I thought it was interesting. Needless to say. So.
Whatever. There's no conspiracy.
I'm not one of those guys. I'm not one of those guys. I just thought it was just interesting. That was all.
I just thought if you were going to do that, maybe do it a little sooner, so you leave yourself a chance to get the onside kick and then try a Hail Mary.
I mean, how many people go out there and set up a field goal on the last play of the game when it doesn't matter, when it's one of the hardest things to block? It's like you just ask for someone to get hurt. So,
I mean, maybe it's like. I would have been happy with the field goal at the end of time in the Giants-Cowboys game, just to avoid the shutout. But anyways, speaking of the Cowboys...
We're never going to move on from that, huh?
T. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, T. Cowboys 2-0 visiting the Cardinals off that heartbreaking, epic defeat to the New York Giants last week. But anyways... Dallas, 12.5-point spread on the road.
Oh man, the Cowboys gonna get the job done. It's the Cardinals again. I think the Cardinals battle a lot closer than 12.5. I think they. Again, the Cowboys' offense hasn't showed us much besides CeeDee Lamb. I'm sorry, they just haven't. And I know it's the Cardinals, but the Cardinals played well against the Commanders. which isn't really saying too much. And they gave the Giants all they could handle for a half a game last week. So, I can't believe they're playing against the entire division to open up the season like that too. That's kind of crazy.
Mhm.
But I think Dallas takes it. You said 12.5. Again, those big spreads, man. I'm just not. I think they don't cover. I'm gonna say that because I wanted also losing Diggs, and we were saying too early with Gilmore and stuff. They still have the defense. I get that, but let's see. It might be. Let's just see. You overlook a team, they'll keep it closer than you think. But I think the Cowboys get the job done.
I got the Cowboys, obviously. I mean, I don't think any of us are going to sway off that. I think they do cover the spread. I think they win 30-17. So I like their defense playing great.
Barely covering too.
Hell, I think they could score a couple touchdowns. Who needs an offense when you got a defense like that? When your defense can score touchdowns. So,
true.
I mean,
it's true.
I could see them.
I'm just thinking for the balance aspect. I mean,
sure.
Again, if the Cardinals happen to get out to say a 21-7 lead, not saying they will, but if they happen to somehow, based on how the game kind of goes, are that Cowboys able to come back from 14 down right now?
Yeah,
that's my question. So, and it's not
just up to CeeDee Lamb every time. Basically.
I mean, he's a bad. Hey,
he said that's all they got. So
he's
why not, right?
He's a bad mofo, man. Don't get me wrong, dude. But I mean, it's just one of those things, man.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals just deflated after last week's defeat. Man,
that's a good point too.
You blow a lead like that, you're like, it's like it takes everything out of you.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Morale's probably low as hell. So I like the Cowboys.
Yeah, I will take the Cowboys, but I don't think they cover. I think it's close.
Where's our plot?
The Cardinals have been playing tough. I mean, Dobbs has actually played pretty decent.
Good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's enough time on that game.
Yep.
All right,
I agree.
let's go to Sunday Night Football. We got Pittsburgh off their win, I guess, against Cleveland.
You want to call it that? Yeah.
It's the
Raiders. They will be heading to Las Vegas.
The Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders. And the Raiders are a 2.5-point favorites.
I know.
Wow. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess it's my turn to go. So I got the Steelers taking this game. Their offenses look like trash. I hope they've done something to revise that, but the Raiders just have not looked much better. So I like the Steelers. Close one. I think this one could be like Steelers by 6, something around that. But not a great game, but Steelers.
Yeah. We keep it short and simple too. Just I think the Steelers. When Tomlin talks and says we got to find our mojo, I kind of believe what he's not only saying to his players, but he's saying in general is get back to what they are normally like. So again, I don't think there's gonna be a lot of offense there. They need help, so maybe they do look better against a Raiders team that's not so great on the defensive side. But yeah, I'm kind of with Ryan on that, winning by 6, or maybe a 16-10 game. Yeah. I mean, their defense is good too, so maybe they get a touchdown or something in there. But yeah, too much to handle for the Raiders.
Well, I am going to take the Raiders.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jimmy
I
G,
do.
huh?
Hey, Jimmy G.
Jimmy G, Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs. You think they'd be better, right?
I think Jacobs is going to get on track. I don't get it with Pittsburgh. I really don't. They should be just good on offense, at least good. I mean, Pickens, Najee Harris, Warren.
Jalen Warren.
Yeah.
This is a Jalen Warren game right here, dude. Jalen
Could be his
Warren.
best out.
I agree with
Could
that.
be his
I like
best
it,
out
man.
game.
It's the
I like
Jalen
that
Warren
kid,
game.
man.
Yep. All right, so guys, we get a double dip on Monday Night Football
Double
again.
dip on the hip.
I'm going to be a jerk, and we're going to skip to the Rams at Bengals.
Damn.
Rams 1-1, heading to 0-2 Cincinnati. Cincinnati -3. Trenton, who you got?
Man, I get the Rams keep it close. I think the Bengals sneak one out. That's really all I'm going to say about it because it could go either way. If Burrow's not healthy, if the Rams keep playing like they are, they can win that game. So, but yeah, I think the Bengals win, close one.
I will take the Bengals as well. You have them as 3-point favorites, right? I think they cover that. I like them getting back on track. Joe Cool, Jamar Chase. I don't think it's going to be like a huge game, but I could see Burrow going like 250, 2 touchdowns, Chase for like 80 or 90 yards in a touchdown. So
shoot, I hope so. Fantastic. Chase, man.
No worries anymore. All right. That's what I see.
Yep, I agree. I like the Bengals, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Rams won this game.
Exactly.
I mean, you get Matthew Stafford healthy, and you got Sean McVay, and you got Puka.
And Kyron.
I mean,
Kyron.
And Kyron Williams, yes.
Yep.
Adios, Cam Akers.
Yep.
For a 2026.
This is a Kyron game.
Yeah.
There's no worry now who has that backfield, you know?
Yep. But I like the Bengals to cover, and I'd say a 27-21 game. And let's go for the birthday boys team, the Bucks, 2-0.
Oh, that's why you skipped it. Okay.
Hosting the Eagles, 2-0 on Monday Night Football. This is
a preview of the NFC Championship right here, man. Jeez.
What do we?
Wow.
Yeah. I forgot.
2002 wow. McNabb against.
Didn't both
Brad
of you
Johnson?
guys have? Didn't you guys have the Bucks going like 0-2 their first 2 games?
Yep.
I believe y'all did.
Did you?
Nope.
Oh,
undefeated.
Yeah,
16-0. 17-0.
Win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No, I'm a realist. Come on.
Ryan's already got the Super Bowl trophy tattooed on his back.
Yes.
With all the other ones from 25 plus years.
There you go. I got a tramp stamp of it. Come on. I got the tramp stamp right above my butt crack.
With all the other teams that have won. That's great. That's absolutely great.
Okay.
I did have the Bucks losing their first 4 games, by the way.
I knew it.
But then after the bye, I had them winning.
Yeah.
2 in a row after the bye. So
there you go. All right, fellas. Well,
grab by the grape nuts here and take them.
The clock. The clock has struck midnight. The clock has struck midnight.
100%.
And then the Baker carriage is going back into a pumpkin, unfortunately. Man, I want to take the Bucks bad. I do, but golly, man, the Eagles, this is a test, huge test, and I just don't think the Bucks are ready for it. I don't think Baker's ready for it. I don't want to say he's going to turn back into the Baker we all know and love, but I fear he is, you know. I fear kind of he's going to be that guy, have a couple picks or a fumble. And, the Eagles defense, I just don't think we can overcome it. You know, I think it's closer than people think. I will say this. I'm not going to give the Eagles a spread. I think it's going to be a field goal game. But I do think the Eagles win. So tough. Yeah. T, how about you?
What's the spread?
5 points.
I have
4.5.
4.5.
Okay.
4.5, and they're in Tampa.
Yeah.
Oh, give me Tampa all day. Let's see it.
Oh.
Yeah. To win?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna take the upset. It's the way Mike Evans and Baker are playing and connecting. I think they can kind of get. I don't know. So far, the Eagles haven't really impressed me, and so you see AJ Brown upset because he's not getting the ball. Little things like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. That team is loaded, but we talked about this before the season started. We're going to have these games where there might be a loss in there, and I'm going to go out on a limb. and I'm going to say the Bucks get it done at home. They're gonna make that ship roar. They're gonna shoot it off.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's gonna be crazy. I hope you're right.
Yeah. I'm gonna take. I don't know what it is.
I hope
tells
you're
me.
right too, but I'm gonna go with the Eagles. But I agree that this is a really close game, and I don't think the Eagles cover. But it's kind of weird that they're only 4.5-point favorites.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
I get both teams are undefeated, but it's just kind of like
Vegas kind
Eagles-
of believing in the Bucks a little bit. Maybe
That's what I mean.
I don't know.
I mean, the Bucks have not looked terrible.
A good defense.
Good
too.
defense. So I mean, like for me, like I road game. I don't know. I mean, hey, let's rewind a year ago. They were undefeated Monday Night Football at home. Someone came through the house and knocked them off. So that'd be the Mariners. Right. So I don't know. It's one of those games. I wouldn't call this a trap game, but I would say that like don't overlook the Bucks as much as maybe it's easy to do. So
true. I mean, I'll say they've faced 2 0-2 teams, so that's who the Bucks have beaten: the Vikings and the Bears. So it's not like they faced the cream of the crop.
Outside of the Bears, we didn't see the Vikings starting off 0-2 and stuff like that. But they've played well in both games. I think that's what matters. So
right,
mm-hmm.
True.
Well, T, you'll get your crack at them next week.
Yeah,
as the Commies go to Philly. Hey, you never know. And then Ryan's Bucks get their little arch nemesis, the Saints, here lately.
Yeah, good old Aints. We get to see how good the Aints are.
Yanked.
Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Guys, we have had a great show.
Yes.
This is fun as always. Lot to watch.
A weird noise going on outside here.
Ryan, tell everybody about this social media thing.
We are everywhere. Look for the Real Tree Shaker Show on X, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. Everywhere you do the socials at, we are there. Real Tree Shaker Show.
Do the social.
Check us out. Comment.
YouTube.
Subscribe.
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. I always tell everybody, see us on video. If you don't use Spotify, go to YouTube. Check out our lovely faces.
Make sure you have a barf bag next to you. It does help.
What are you talking about? We're three.
Well, in case you eat,
we're three somewhat handsome, somewhat sexy men.
I'm talking about they're eating dinner, and since we're so funny, they might choke on something so they can, just get rid of it real quick. That way, they're not missing any of the episodes. That's all it is,
Right. Or train your kids who shouldn't be listening to our show, the Heimlich maneuver, and have them,
this is true.
Watching Blue's Clues in the following room.
This is true.
Well, as always, guys, a quick shout out. I didn't say anything earlier, but Nick Chubb, man, prayers and thoughts with you.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Hurry back, please.
Chubb.
I mean, the best thing about Cleveland, other than Major League. We'll go. Anyways.
Dude, I saw a friend of mine last night. He was wearing a Bob Uecker old school jersey, so that was pretty cool.
Cool.
Excellent. Love it. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us.
Yes.
And this has been the Real Tree Shaker Show.
Shake it.
Peace out.
Peace, guys.
Peace out.
Much love.
Love you.